In this case, we have a root on the bottom, but it's not like the ones we did yesterday where there was a root on the bottom. Yesterday, the root was the whole thing. The denominator would have been square root of x to the 7th. That was the whole denominator. Now, the square root is only part of the denominator. That changes things, because if we just multiply the bottom by root 3, let's say we do that. First thing you're going to do is you're going to distribute that root 3, and you're going to be left with 4 root 3 minus 3. You haven't gotten rid of the root at all. So that does not work. Our solution is to multiply by the conjugate. Okay. Yesterday's problems and this type of problem, you have seen something like it before. So it's not like we're dealing with a brand new concept. Here's what we saw a couple chapters ago. You had a problem that looked like this a couple chapters ago. We had to get the I off the bottom. So what did we do? We multiplied the top and the bottom by I. And then a few minutes later, I threw something like this at you. And we had to get the I off the bottom. So what did we do? We multiplied by the conjugate. We're going to be doing the same thing now. Yesterday's work in here was this. We would multiply by root x or root whatever it took to get rid of it. Today, we're doing this, where the root is only part of the denominator. So we have to FOIL the top out and simplify if we can, and then multiply the bottom out and simplify, and hopefully our root goes away on the bottom. So our top FOILing would be 8 plus 2 root 3 plus 4 root 3 plus 9. And I don't even care what the top is. I have no rules about having a root or not having a root on top. It's the bottom that we're concerned about. And the bottom, remember with conjugates, the middle's going to go away, so I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm just going to do the first and the last. The first is 16, and the last is root 9. So now we have to take all of that yellow stuff and clean up. So we have 11, which comes from 8 and root 9, because root 9 is 3. So there's where the 11 comes from. We also have 2 root 3 plus 4 root 3, which would combine to make 6 root 3. That's the top. On the bottom we have 16 minus root 9, which is 13. At that point, you check your triangle to see if anything can be divided out of those three numbers, and there isn't. So your answer is 11 plus 6 root 3 over 13. The root is now off the bottom, just like you intended. All right, I want you to try one. Try that one. Here's what you should have multiplied by. Hopefully you chose wisely. So then we need to FOIL the top and do the first and the last on the bottom, and then simplify what we can. It looks to me like on top we have 28, which comes from the 18 and the 10. We have a minus 15 root 5, which comes from that pink highlighted area. And then on the bottom I see a 36 minus 5, which is 31. Checking my triangle, I see nothing of interest, so there is my answer.